and today I will be meeting with you, and the topic is about change and self-change. Usually what is known in our society and most of societies and communities, people, they will always point their own fingers against others in terms of change. Whatever happens, there is always somebody to be blamed, something to be blamed. That is what people used to do. Even individually and as a society or as a country, we always, in some societies, we see that people, they have a conspiracy theory. They put someone on blame. They blame somebody that he or she did something. Then that is how they are today as a country or even as individuals. So blaming and the frequent blaming to other people means that the person is not paying attention to himself or herself, or even to take a step in order to take the responsibility, to be responsible about the way they are and about the way they want to be. When you take responsibility about your own life, that means whatever happens in your life, you will just keep thinking and you will try to find out, how am I going to benefit from this situation? Because it is so easy that you can blame someone else. It is so easy that you can point your own finger against someone that he or she is the reason for how they are, for how you are. You see, it is so easily, but the difficult thing, which is so easy but people see it as something difficult, is that you will just reflect on yourself and try to find out your own mistake. Try to find out what are the things that you have done to face this situation. What are the lessons that you need to learn? A very few people do that. And those whom they do this thing, really, they always go forward. They always change themselves and be somewhere else. But individually, for anyone, always keep blaming others and point the finger against others, will never find change so easily, because that is kind of distraction. That is kind of distraction that you will not be able in order to find your own mistake and go forward. Therefore, if we really want to have a real change in our life, if we really want to see a different future, we have to stop and see what are the mistakes we are doing. What are the responsibilities that we're supposed to take so that we can go forward? But always observing other people, observing the external atmosphere, observing the external environment will never lead you in order to have change. Change will happen when you just reflect inside. And change will always happen inside out, but not from outside inside. That is why, if we really look and try to find the real change, a genuine change, we have to stop and see what is the mistake we are doing. How am I, or how are we going to change? It is so easily only to shift your own thinking. Shifting the thinking, the way you think, it's going to make a big change and a big difference on the quality of the life that you are living. Because really, you will be blind, as I said, about your own self as a society or even individual, that you don't know what is your own role in any situation so that you can have change. That is why we have seen some societies really, they had like a governmental change through revolution or even like, election or whatever ways available for that. But yes, there is a change on the people, like the governmental level, but at the same time, deep in a society, there was no any real change. Because people are still thinking the same way, living the same way, where changes need you in order to change yourself. How you will understand and how you will live life. You cannot feel, because if you didn't change, if you didn't change yourself from within, you will never feel a real change. You will never. Because still you will complain. And that is the mentality of people waiting for a hero. People waiting for somebody to save them. Where there will be no hero, no one to save you except you. And that is the mentality of you taking the responsibility of your own life, to handle your own life, to handle everything happening in your life in such a way where you can find your own mistakes and then to put kind of a strategy so that you can go forward. Therefore, from today, let us try our best in order to make change and shift our mentality to the way where we will take responsibility about our own life as individuals or even a community. As individual or a community. And to stop blaming other people for anything happening in our life. At the same time, to stop judging. The more you judge, the more you will not be able to see your own self as individual or a society. Comparison sometimes is really very good. We need to see where people reach and where are we, so we can find the space which is need to be filled. What are the necessary steps that need to be taken so that we can reach other people? It is so easy, but that it will come through using this mind as a plan and a strategy, to be a visionary, to neglect those tiny things which will not lead you to find your own purpose in life as individual or even a society. There are so many things making distraction to people, where people, they don't pay attention. So in order to find change, we have to take the responsibility and stop blaming. That was a short information. That was a short clarification about the change that we're supposed to look for. It was me, Adam Ibrahim Soni, with you. I do thank you. So if anyone has something to say or share, the platform is yours. If no, then I will be back again after 5 minutes to speak Arabically about